Breaking right now, dozens of homes in Atlanta's Collier Hills neighborhood do not have power right now. A tree took out some utility lines overnight.
Atlanta News First Don Shipman is with the First Alert breaking news tracker along Collier Road. And Don, crews with Georgia Power, they're there on the scene.
That's right, and this area is blocked off. Northside Drive is that way, Peachtree Street is that way, and a large section of the street is blocked off. Some 220 homes are without power right now, and according to Georgia Power's power outage map, they don't have a restoration time as of yet, but they're doing some work up that way, and then a lot of the work is happening down there. You can see where all of the flashing lights are down there. There's a bridge in that area as well, and that's where the tree fell onto some power lines. You can see that it's leaning up against the power lines in the video that we have here as well, and it's also leaning on the bridge that separates Howard Park and Tanyard Creek Park, and it looks like it damaged a section of the bridge. Crews have been out here since just about 2 o'clock this morning. The road is blocked off at Overbrook Drive and Redland Road. Again, no restoration time at this point. We're going to continue to watch the Georgia Power outage map to get you updates on that, but it looks like crews are going to be here for some time. By the way, I'm noticing a lot of vehicles that are coming down this way as traffic picks up as we move throughout the morning here. You're probably going to want to avoid Collier Road altogether. We're live here in Collier Hills. Don Shipman, Atlanta News First.